with yourself. Hello, we are
Hey,
back again. So I am Dr. Wilhelmina, and with me is
Coach Felicia here.
that's
Every
right. And we're
love,
going to
love.
talk about our experience with a certain incident that we had, and again going back through it. Let's go back through it for a second. It was an experience where we were basically I'm cutting to the chase. We were basically ripped off from a scam artist um, with a good way to have the gift of gab that could just talk anybody into anything. So, and of course,
Mhm.
we paid money, so we're now speaking about it where we in the past didn't speak about it online. So there's some people that know, but most people don't know.
Mhm.
So our topic today is which
Learning to trust yourself again.
yes, learning.
Learning to trust
Yeah,
yourself.
and building trust with yourself. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep, yep. That's it. So of course, after going through something like that, I don't know about everybody else, but I felt like I let myself down. And, and I was really focused on the money. Oftentimes I am focused on the money, but I felt like I let myself down in that way and that I couldn't be trusted to do anything with entrepreneurship that I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing and, trusting people that are doing things for me that I'm paying for. Like, can I be trusted? You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Oh wow, that's a good one.
yeah. Yeah.
This is a really it's a really good one because I think that it affected us all in that way.
It did.
Um, it's like, how do I know that you're telling the truth?
Right.
Right? How do I know that you're going to follow through and you're going to be there?
Yeah.
Uh, with a promise or whatever it is that you said that you're going to, whatever service or technology, whatever it is that you said that you're going to do, how do I know that? And
Exactly.
so I think there are times where it makes you more leery. I know it made me a bit leery. I didn't, I just kind of fell back, you
Yeah.
know? I was like,
Mhm.
I'm just not going to mess with anybody or anything, um, because I just didn't want to take the risk. But it wasn't that long, I don't
Yeah.
think, because I I believe in a what if, and I try not to look at things like spiraling down, like a what if going downward, the negative part. I look at, but what if it does work out?
Yeah.
What if this like is awesome? What if you feel great because you tried X or whatever.
Right. Right.
So, but yeah, learning to trust myself again, not only in that, but like, what happens is, I think for me was like, I don't want to say spidey senses, but like, I've always been, for the most part, in tune with my intuition, right?
Hmm.
My intuition was there even with this, but it was like
Hmm.
I overrode it. It was
Right.
like override, hit the override button because we gonna do. I don't care what you're saying right now. We're going this way, you know. And so I'm really glad that I've gotten back on track with that,
Hmm.
where I can I just listen to it, and it's like, yeah, and it just feels so good. But it takes time for some people, and it's like, I think you have to be willing to. You don't have to do anything, but it's important to be willing to take the chances. Like for you, and like what you're doing now, I'm so excited for you
Hmm.
with your skincare products.
It
That was a risk. It was a bigger risk,
was a
even.
risk.
Yeah.
I think that experience we had really led me to, instead of just sitting there being down on myself for what I did get involved in, it made me want to make it happen. And so I always wanted that one fabulous product, and I just did it. I just, it cost me. At first, I couldn't figure out how in the world can I do this.
Right.
I don't know how I can afford to pay for something like this, and how in the world can I do it. But then I started researching, and then I finally did what I did. But at the same time, I've done three of these things. Let me just say that.
Hmm.
the one we talk about, which was the first one.
Mhm.
Then there was the other one. And then the third one, it was, I paid a little bit of money for it and enjoyed what I learned, got some stuff I could use, but really it wasn't what they were talking about. I would have to pay a lot more money in order for it to pan out if it did. So, but anyway, I did three of them before I really learned my lesson.
Mm.
Because I am one of those people that I'm going to go charging ahead. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to make it happen.
Mhm.
And in those three cases, you know, this is what,
Yeah.
you know what I've talked about them on other videos. This is what happened. So I would say, yeah, you have to forgive yourself first, which
Yeah.
which I had to do. But I was just charging ahead. Okay, that didn't work out. I won't do that again, and then go do what I got to do. But then, after all that, after the three times, and it's like, why did you do that third one? Why did you do that? Trusting whether I know what well, whether I can believe anybody. But
Mhm.
for myself, I had to forgive myself so I could get to the point where I'm not down on myself.
Mhm.
Hmm.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree with you on that. Because, like I said, I kicked myself
Yeah.
uh, in the tush for a little bit, and I
Hmm.
felt the shame. I felt the guilt. Um, I felt the fear of being judged. But then again, like I think I mentioned this in the last episode, I got to a point of just being able to accept it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, water under the bridge. It is
Hmm.
what it is. But the only way for me to really get to, I think I got to the acceptance when I looked at taking accountability for myself and allowing myself to, because it was on me.
Yeah. You asked
It,
for it.
yeah, it was on me. I could have said no at any time. Nobody twisted my arm.
Yeah.
Nobody forced me to do this. So I will say that about this whole situation. I once I took accountability for it, it's like, okay, well, yeah, she got me.
It
Yeah,
is.
she duped you.
She did. She got a lot of us.
And because what happens is like when you start looking at the accountability, you start looking at. I'm not sure I understand. Sorry, I bumped my watch. Okay, I'm gonna take it off. Sorry, guys.
It's
Um,
okay.
I just
It's
bumped it, but I once you start looking at the accountability, you start following, or you have an opportunity to see the why,
yeah.
right? And although we say, it's like, oh, it was just magical, it was just powerful. It's like, yeah, it's like,
It was.
did that have something to do with the fact that maybe I was in a large group of Black women in a community, right?
Yeah.
Um, Not that some people, I'm sure there are tons, and nothing against Black women in community, and like it doesn't happen. Of course it happens. Of course it does. But it's like to be a part of this, and it's like, wow, wow, we're like badasses.
Yeah.
Well,
We
sorry,
thought
my French, but
it was that.
you know, and it's like in hearing this, it's like, ooh, ooh, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Excited. There was so much excitement.
yeah, it really was. And so it's like I look at the reasons for doing it. The other thing is I gave her some of my power when I stopped trusting myself to be able to bring
Yeah.
the dream
Yeah.
or whatever it is that I was working on to life. Not saying that I couldn't have other people to help me, right?
Mhm.
Because those people will come into your life, but it's like I think sometimes we believe we need somebody outside of ourselves
Yeah.
to bring it to life. Now, I don't knock working with somebody. I'm not going to do that because I'm a
Mhm.
coach.
Mhm.
Also,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
I think, but I think like even in the way that I work, you have the answers. We're having a conversation,
Yeah.
and I essentially help to navigate people back to
Mhm.
themselves because you have the answers. I don't just tell you, I
Yeah.
need you to do this for a homework assignment, that. It's like, and it just starts coming out, right? It's like, if you're able to connect and make and ask, not make, but ask the questions
Yeah.
that are needed, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and that's when I started trusting myself. You know,
Hmm.
when I was able to look and look at
Yeah.
what role I played, right, in that
Yeah.
whole thing, and it's like, yeah, hmm,
I think about it. I like what you're saying about how you gave over your power. And if you think about my second time I did it, I did, I mean, even more than this with this lady, because this lady was a fool. She was acting a dang fool. And eventually we were going to leave anyway. Her
yeah,
antics were just unreal. But with that second situation, like I said, I had a goal in mind. That situation, I gave up all my power. Take it. You can have every. Take my money. Tell me what I need to do.
hmm,
But you have to hold on to your power and stand up and say, "What do I have to say about this? I'm a customer." I keep saying that.
right,
Customer, what do I need from this person? Checks and balances. You have to do that. But I didn't do it. And
mm,
so that's why I ended up in the situation I was in. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you on that. That yeah, you have to, understand that in those situations you've given it away.
yeah,
Take it. You got to understand it and forgive yourself. And I did. Forgave myself, and then realized, it's not like I can't do anything. Just be careful in the future
right,
and check it all
right.
out and everything. I'm not like done with working with people because I got something I want
Oh, no, people are amazing.
to. Hmm.
I really love people,
Yeah.
and you know, it's interesting because it's like sometimes you get on social media
Yeah.
and you see people are like, I love dogs more than I love people,
Oh,
or I love cats. Yeah, have you seen that? And I'm like,
oh,
oh, I remember
they
the first time
love.
I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I love dogs, I love cats, I love
Yeah,
animals, but I'm like, I don't think I would have ever thought to compare them.
they love chimps more than they love their own kids. Some people.
Wow.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the movie? There's a movie.
No, we'll have
Chimp love.
that'll be a good one too. Wouldn't that be
Chimp
good?
love was
To
crazy.
watch
You got to
and discuss. No, I
watch
don't want to. I don't want to watch it.
How
No,
we
I
can
ain't.
talk about it if you haven't watched
I
it?
I know I'm not watching it. I'm not watching. Okay, disregard. We'll have to pass
Yeah.
out. We'll talk about something else.
But they say
I'm
it
just
in the
like my
video.
brain is starting to go now thinking about it.
No, they say it in the movie though. The people say they love their several in there say they love their chimps more than they love their children.
Wow.
Yeah. The kids, and you can see one of them he was broken up about it. His mother was, loved the chimp more than him, and he was a grown man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sad, but anyway, yeah, there are
Yeah.
people out there that truly want to help, and they want
Mm.
to earn some money too, helping you, but they truly want to. They have a kind heart, and they know they want to help you, and they're not going to leave you stranded or anything like that. They're going to make sure you get
Yeah.
paid. So I don't want to say all entrepreneurs are trying to sell you something are bad, but there are some that are out there.
There are a lot out there. I
Yeah.
remember somebody telling me people are selling garbage and people are buying it up like crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I
The
know, but
marketplace.
yeah, right. You know, but I don't know. And then the confidence. You look at the
Yeah.
because that actually hit too, right? You know, I
Mhm.
mean, my confidence took a little hit because it's wrapped up in
All that trauma.
that shame and that like, oh, okay, let me put my baseball cap on.
Yeah,
Um,
it
but then
was.
it's like you get to a point. It's like, you know, who gives a rep?
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, you know, it's like
Um,
if you didn't get duped on this one, you've probably gotten duped somewhere
yeah,
along the way that you
it's
just haven't shared. Sorry about that. That you haven't shared with anybody. Just like,
done.
you know, maybe I shared mine, but this confidence, I took a hit on that.
Yeah,
But it's like sometimes I think when we take a hit on confidence,
yeah,
it increases the confidence. Like you mentioned something earlier. No, it's gonna happen.
yeah.
It made you want it even more.
Right.
You know,
I want
so
the real deal. I want to do. I've always wanted to have that one fabulous product, and it's been all since doing all those direct sales and MLMs. I wanted that one product, fabulous product that nobody has. It's new, and yeah. Anyway, back to the subject. Yeah, I did.
You're good,
So,
Mina. So yeah, I don't know. What else? What else was it? Oh, okay. Another thing is the okay. What do we do? Confidence. Our confidence statement.
confident,
How about
your
boundaries? Boundary. We didn't set a boundary,
boundaries,
right?
boundaries.
We just let her go, 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 go. It's like, oh, it'll be
Yeah,
okay, and we feel like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah,
Definitely needed to define those boundaries and be verbal about what your boundaries are. You can have these boundaries and you're protecting yourself, but people around you don't understand. And like the whole, I gotta chase you. Look, I
oh,
don't work for you. I don't work for you. I paid you money for a service. I don't work for you, and I get paid by somebody else. you know,
yeah,
and so don't expect me to drop everything
that
because
was wild.
you
That's
send me
kind of
an
wild.
email or you want me to just fall like them other women. No, I was a grown woman, and
Yeah,
you're not getting ready to chase to make me feel like I gotta respond to that. Do I have to chase you? And I'm secure in who I am, and I have enough ability to live my own life and take care of myself. So you're not gonna treat me like I'm a child. I should have been having this conversation. Instead, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, but no, yeah,
yeah. That was yeah.
hmm yeah.
So
So
yeah.
keep
So
your
boundaries.
and keep your power. Keep your power. Don't give it away.
Okay, so what would you? Don't
Um,
wait.
you want me to
Okay,
say the same thing I say all the time?
what? I want my money back. Give me my
Check it out.
give me my money back.
No, I did. You know what? I did ask for my money back.
Yeah.
I didn't get it back. I didn't even get a response. But the way that y'all still get emails and contact and stuff, I do not. Because I
No,
said, do
I
not
sent the
ever.
same thing. I sent the same thing.
Did.
Yeah,
I said, do not ever
or
contact
something
me.
very similar.
Yeah.
It might be in your spam. I
No,
found it in my
I go
spam.
through. No, I go through my spam because sometimes job stuff comes through or important stuff goes in there and you don't even know. I don't
Yeah,
delete it.
I
I go through first, then I delete. I do it pretty often.
gotta check and see if I got some. Can
From spam?
no? I'm like, oh, I wonder if I got one.
We,
Maybe I don't get them anymore.
yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But I do. I do. I'm glad I don't get them actually. But I'm
I
not
know.
from it. I'm
I'm
glad.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like it probably. Why? Why are you glad though?
I'm glad because I don't want to be bothered with her. But I do want to know if she's doing something because I knew that one day we were going to be having these conversations here
Mhm.
online. So I knew one day it would happen. We would do it. So I
I
kind of want to
know, right?
what she's doing. Is she still doing it? What she's doing? So yeah, yeah. So, but I don't get them. So I had to look. I looked to see what she was doing. That's how I knew she was still doing it with a little
You
bit
know,
of.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it with the church thing though. But I mean, I know you had mentioned it to me, but I want to see that though.
Yeah, I'll
I
find.
probably, I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I know. Wait, no, I did. I did. Is that the one that I saw that came across my feed? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I was like, that was church. It just looked like a big old room.
Church people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, I would say just be careful. Watch what you're doing, and if you fall into it,
Mhm.
it happens. Forgive,
Yeah.
forgive yourself and move on.
Yeah, it does. It
Embrace
really does happen.
did it and move on. Don't let it
Yeah.
keep you down too long.
And then think about, because even when you go through something like that, if you think about it, there's something wonderful that comes.
Mm-hmm.
What are the good things in it, right? Everything in it is not negative. I don't care how ugly or just awful the experience is, whatever it is, you can still find something in it, to take with you and to either use as a stepping stone or to use to grow or to use to create or
Lessons learned.
This is what we're doing. We created this because
Yeah.
of our experience.
Hmm.
Prime example, right? So
You often remind me, even though I haven't forgotten, you often remind me about the positive we got of the connections and the friends we made from the experience. You often remind me of that. And because I'll be talking about, damn, wasted my money. But you'll come back to, it wasn't a waste because we're
I'm like,
looking at,
no,
look
it
it up,
wasn't.
look at what happened. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you remind me often. Sometimes I forget. I don't know why I'm so focused on money, but I am sometimes.
I think it's the fact that she said she was going to do something that she didn't. I
Mhm.
think it's more that than it is the
Yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah. She
Because
never.
even if she had came through with it,
Yeah, we know that
let's
was
say it wasn't success, but if she had,
had
and let's
finished
say
it.
it
Yeah.
flopped, and let's
Hmm.
say it flopped,
Yeah,
I think you would have been okay with it flopping,
because
as
we made
opposed
the
to, yeah, because
effort.
then it's like she was sincere,
Yeah,
right? And I think you would have been okay with having lost your funds that way, as opposed
yeah,
to the way it
yeah,
happened, right?
yeah. It really wasn't that much funds, but it was enough for me to be bothered. It wasn't like a little bit of money I threw out and I lost it because I've done that before. Like order something on Amazon, it don't arrive, it never shipped. Or one time I ordered a yellow chair on Amazon and no, it wasn't Amazon. I'm sorry, it wasn't Amazon. It was some one of those Facebook or Instagram ads a long time ago, a few years back. And what arrived was a little smaller than a baby blanket, yellow blanket. I was like, the heck? And but it was only like maybe $39. So okay, I'm out $39. But this cost a little bit more than that. So it's
Yeah,
hard for me to be bothered by it. And then if you think about how many of those she got,
yeah.
then the other ones that paid even more
The 101s and
and more. Yeah.
private clients.
Yes, it was the funnel. So we were at the lowest part. But there was
And it would be interesting to know, and maybe I can't remember if we mentioned that at all. It'd be interesting to know if what happened with those people, or
yeah.
if those people were even so.
Yeah.
Because I found myself at one point coming through that mess. It was like questioning all of it,
Yeah.
questioning even not so much just the ones that were like more like a teacher's pet kind of thing, but
Yeah.
like ones that were like, yeah, no, I mean, I want private.
Yeah.
It's like, is that a way to,
Get us to
it's
get
kind
it.
of like when you're on the city bus,
Yeah.
or being on the bus and they have them three cards. I forget what you call it, three cards, something.
Oh,
Monty, is that
Monty. Yes.
and it's flipping. It's like, okay, and you have somebody planted up front here, there,
Yeah.
and it's like, I can see it, I can see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the ball is underneath that or whatever. That's the card, and it's
Yeah.
like sucker, right? And then you see them all hanging down on the end of the corner with a 40,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um, yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it had me thinking. It had me
Yeah.
wondering,
Yeah. Yeah.
after all of that, I was like, I was reflecting back on there was someone that was on there who had an accent. I'll say that she was abroad, and
Abroad.
yeah,
You
uh,
just called her abroad? Oh,
abroad. Lived,
abroad.
she lived abroad,
Oh, okay. Got it.
and I was like, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was.
But she probably wasn't. I don't. I'm just saying. I'm not
Yeah. She could have
accusing
been.
her of anything,
Yeah.
but I'm saying it did make me wonder.
Yeah.
It did make me wonder.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So, but yeah. I don't know. I think that's.
That's about this one wrapped up. A short one, but wrapped up. Yeah.
But I think it's. I think this one is pretty good because it's important on all levels, right? It's like not only in if you want to become an entrepreneur, but it's like
Mhm.
at work, walking down the street. It's like trusting yourself and trusting those gut instincts that you have. And some people are arguing the point your gut is not really real. This is where it's like whatever, man.
Call
It's
it.
like yeah, whatever they
That's what
yeah,
we call it. We know that.
Yeah. So
Captain
it's
Obvious.
so important that you trust that. It's important that you trust it. And even if someone else, oh, sorry, I don't know how
You
that thing
just
works.
don't
Did
worry
I?
about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
And
It
keep my
doesn't
hands
matter.
like, did I do it? Okay. So I'm gonna keep my
You
hands
have a
like,
heart come
oh,
up.
no, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Um, but I think we're all born with it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, but then there's a point where, growing up, being in whatever your family dynamic is, and it's like it's supposed to be safe spaces, but it isn't always, and
Right.
you learn to become dependent or codependent on, I don't know, your brother, your sister, your siblings, whatever, whoever's around you. And
Yeah.
so I think part of that, you stop trusting what you feel even as a kid, because you look at kids, you look at the little kids, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. They're not
They know
afraid.
what they're doing. I mean, and I know it's like, no, don't run out in the middle of the street, right? Things like that. But,
Mm-hmm.
and they know also, like, they know when there's somebody that gives them a bad vibe, and they're not talking
Yeah.
about no
They
vibration and
know.
energy.
They know.
They can feel that. It's like,
Mm.
you get on over there and give your uncle such and such a hug, and the kid like,
Yeah.
nah, 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 nah,
Uh-uh.
nah.
Don't make them.
Yeah, you gonna have to just give me that whipping, mama, because I don't like Uncle such and such. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so it's like, and I think we need to start listening to that more and more. I think there are
Mhm.
more parents listening to that now
Yeah.
than probably back in
Yeah.
the day.
Back in the day. Girl, I
So
had a mean uncle, and he used to punch the kids, like punch them in the arm or whatever. Mostly the boys, but I see him. I stayed up under my mom and stay away from him. And he turned out to be pretty bad. I'm not gonna talk about what he did, um,
yeah,
but he was so bad, and just him punching made me think, oh no, I'm not gonna be by you. I want to go.
yeah,
I'd be like going near my mom and stand there over there near her. But he was evil.
yeah,
It wasn't just
yeah,
the girls; it was also the boys. So he was just a bad guy.
mm, yeah,
And I'm glad I was scared of him because it could have been bad.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. No, I got you.
You
But
know,
it's like that. Yeah, you do. You know. But the thing is, it's like, don't write yourself too hard,
yeah,
because it also takes time
hmm,
to reconnect. I don't think the connection is ever like completely broken. I think
yeah,
it's there, but I think it's buried underneath a lot of
hmm,
crap, and you should do this, don't do that. It's underneath all of that stuff.
yeah,
But I think as you start to have these experiences, like the one that we had, and we've
hmm,
had other experiences in our lives, right? But as you
hmm,
start to have that and you come on back, it's like you start to build it, build it, build it, and you can look and you're like, no.
yeah.
You could just say no, and you know what? I don't have to give you an explanation for it.
No, stop asking me. That's what a lot of those folks do. They'll keep coming at you. They won't take no for an answer. So you either end up, if you care about them, like there's somebody you you keep answering, and then it's like, okay, wait a minute. Now I need to end this because it just keep
Mhm.
questions keep coming, and I told you no already once. So
Right?
a good way to end it is say, I don't have any money. I don't
No.
have any money. No, I don't have any money. I'm broke.
Is it a free program?
Don't start. Don't
You got a
start.
scholarship? Is there a scholarship? You got a
Oh,
layaway pay plan?
oh, stop. Well, that's what they'll try to do. Well, how much can you afford right now? You can pay some later. No, I don't have any. I'm
Yeah.
under the
I don't
water.
know what. Yeah, but trust yourselves,
Yeah.
people do. And be okay in them not being okay because
Mm,
you're asking questions.
yes.
You have the answers, although sometimes it doesn't come in as clear in the moment. Allow yourself the opportunity to let it process. You
Mhm.
don't have to jump in, buy in immediately. And I've said this before. I don't care if it's two spots left.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
That's when you
Nobody
know.
cares. Yeah.
That's an indicator when they try to put that little pressure about, oh, I only have one spot left. No.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I get it next time. Go on and get somebody else.
yeah. But
Yeah.
as always, if you have any questions or if there's something that you'd like for us to elaborate a little bit more on, feel free to add a comment to um, in the comment section. Drop a comment on the YouTube channel, and yeah, thanks for joining us.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. We
Have
do.
a
Share and
beautiful
subscribe.
day. Yes, right?
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.